Hey everyone, this is Mr. Everything, and today I have an unboxing and review of the Invicta Speedway Chronograph. Picked this up on Amazon for Black Friday. This is the box it comes in. It's obviously in the Amazon box, and then they just put it in this. And then you get the typical yellow Invicta box, which is decent looking. Let's see, has some decent detail on it. Decent, like, rubbery finish. And there, of course, is the watch itself. Now, I have been wearing this for a while, but I still wanted to show basically how it's packaged and what you get with it. And this would be, not sure if that's just a link to their website or. And then obviously this is a little bit easier way to show it, because when you get it new, it has all that protective film on it. It takes forever to get out of the links, of course. And then their instructions and warranty. Now, as far as their warranty goes, I've heard a lot of bad things, but if you buy from Amazon, it just makes so much more sense to go through Amazon, because if it's within the first 30 days, you can just exchange it or get your money back and have it done very easily and quickly through Amazon rather than go through them, which you can see, like, the charges that they, or the prices they charge. And just, they have some, well, I guess they didn't have much. Some basics, like if you've never used a chronograph, or what some of their functions and complications are, how to pull out the crown, the different positions. This is probably just fall back over. And then you get this really cheap foam pillow, but it's better than nothing. And here is the watch itself, and this particular one is the 14381. I wanted to get this one because it's just a nice brushed or sunburst silver. It's just very it's still like very shiny. It picks up light, but it's not, it's kind of a little more toned down compared to some of the other offerings. It seems the more typical ones are the black dial, and then there's the white, but I didn't care for like their grooves and then their weird design, to where this is just more simplistic. And I'm really impressed with the quality on this one, because I do have another Invicta, and I don't know how well it'll pick up on camera, but their logo in there just doesn't, it isn't completely straight. It looks really cheap, and then their little, like, Breitling looking logo that they use doesn't seem that raised, and it looks really thin, to where this one looks to be more substantial. And their logo, their writing is just, it's even, it looks much nicer. Now this is basically a Rolex Daytona homage. I didn't even know about that watch when I bought this, so I wasn't trying to buy it to have that look. It's just, I saw it, I liked the price, and then I ended up getting it. But then when I was doing research, I figured that out. But it has the tachometer around it, which is a little hard to see, because this watch definitely reflects light. And then you do have their signing on here, which I think that's just because they basically copy, if they have a watch they're trying to mimic, they get so close to it. I guess they do that to differentiate it and not infringe. Signed on the chrome. And you do have these screw down pushers and screw down crown. Signed clasp. And then even the individual links have the Invicta signing. And then one thing that's a little bit different that some people don't like about this is how the The chronograph is on the little sub dial here, and the seconds is on the large seconds hand. Most chronographs are the opposite, to where that would be stationary and this would be your seconds. I already have a watch like that, and personally I've always wanted one that has the regular seconds hand and then the chronograph function is on a smaller dial. But I can see why people wouldn't like that, because it basically renders the tachometer here useless, or at least I would think so, but I never use it, so to me it doesn't matter. And you can see now, one thing, although this isn't a fault of Invicta, is it's basically impossible almost, unless you really take your time with it, to figure out exactly what second it's on. But I believe the Rolex itself is also designed this way. And that's your 24-hour time. That correlates to this. It has nothing to do with the chronograph function. And then that's your minutes counter. And then you have just one press here, pauses it, and then that'll start it back up. And then if you press this one, I can't remember, I think it's called a lap, essentially. So then you'll just keep on, it'll keep on counting, but that stays where it's at, so you can record that, and then you can see it jump back up, and then you should see the minute here. One thing I don't like is when you go to reset it, instead of just springing back, it'll have to basically rewind the minutes, which just doesn't make any sense why they wouldn't both just spring back. So that was only for 1 minute, but if you had it going for 30 minutes, this would have to re-rotate for 30 minutes, which I think is pretty annoying. And then the crown also is screwed down. The first position adjusts the date, and then the second adjusts the time. So I'll go ahead and put it on the wrist. I did remove, I think, 3 links. I found that to get this more in the center, I had to do, I put 1 extra link on this end instead of keeping them even, and it seemed to balance that out. And then make sure to get this adjustment too on here. I think just changing the pin here, that'll help getting in between, more subtle than just taking out a whole link. I do really like the look of this one, particularly just that that all stainless look, and these polished links here, just compared to this, I don't think the gold, although it is very blingy, it definitely, this probably gets the most attention out of all the watches I have. But I don't think this gold is quite as pronounced as just this nice polished stainless. And this bracelet's actually pretty comfortable for me. This one when I'd wear, I'd get like sometimes a rash under my skin, but they both should be stainless steel. So I'm not sure if just, I don't know if I got used to it or something, but I haven't had any irritation with this bracelet at all. And yeah, I think it looks really nice, and you do see they have their lume on here, but to me, I don't really think that any lume in any watch around this price, and even more, lasts very long or is very bright. You can see it's just a minimal amount of ply, but I do think it's a good watch. Obviously, being quartz, it has good timekeeping, can't go wrong. And for the price on Black Friday, it was only $55, and then the more common version, which is the black dial, it was only $40, which I just don't think you can beat that. It normally goes for around 80 or so. Now there are a few other ones that I was considering. I think the best looking one is probably the bluish or purple. I believe the dial is purple, and then it's stainless steel and it has gold accents. but I didn't want to get another one because it's basically the same scheme as this. And then another one that looks really nice is the like, I'm not sure if it's a rose gold or a copper or bronze bezel, which also looks really nice, and they're a little less common, similar to this one. This is probably my favorite out of the all the different variations they sell, and that is one nice thing about Invicta, is they do have many different styles and color schemes and designs. And these more traditional or really homage watches, I think, are probably Invicta's best. It's probably what they do the best compared to some of their more gimmicky and trendy watches. So again, you can find these on Amazon. Maybe you could get it in a Walmart, but I would definitely price match the Amazon prices because they do offer the best deals on this watch, and it is pretty quality. I think in this price point, no one can beat Invicta. Whatever you think about the brand, these style of watches at the prices they go for, again, being that mass manufactured, there can be defects, but if you buy on Amazon, you can get it exchanged or returned, and it's very simple and easy to do. I'm very happy with it. I ended up liking it a lot more than I thought I would. I think that bracelet, just the high polish, is probably my favorite part of this watch, so I don't even want to consider changing the bracelet. I'm very happy with it. I kind of just got caught up in talking about what I liked about it and how the chronograph works, but it does fit and look very well on the wrist. It's a 40 millimeter with a 20 millimeter lug width, so it's pretty standard, right where it should be. I believe the case thickness is 13 millimeters. It looks very good for where it's at. It looks balanced. Again, even regardless of price point, I think this is a great watch, and if it is something you're interested in, you can't go wrong with it. So thanks for watching, and you'll see me in the next one. Have a good one.